Welcome to today's lesson. We'll do grade 12 topic key mathematics linear programming, which comes in paper 2. And today we'll do 2017 paper 2 GCE. So sit back and let's learn together and follow along. So in this question, the question is saying Makwebo prepares 2 types of sausages, Hungarian and beef, daily for sale. She prepares at least 40 Hungarian and at least 10 beef sausages. She prepares not more than 160 sausages altogether. The number of beef sausages prepared are not more than the number of Hungarian sausages. So before we go to the questions, the main questions, I want you to understand some of the terms in this topic. There are some terms that you need to understand so that you know the signs when they say this, they mean like this. So like in this question, we're saying she prepares at least. So this word at least here. At least it means it has to be greater or equal to 40. So at least means greater or equal to. So same here we have again at least it means greater or equal to. Yes. And the one you hear like not more than. Not more than. So not more than it is less or equal to. The number shouldn't be more than that given number. So let's go to the next question A. We see how we are going to solve it. So let's answer question M. We're saying given that X represents the number of Hungarian sausages and Y the number of beef sausages. In this case, our X will be Hungarian. It will represent Hungarian sausages. So let X represent Hungarian, then let Y should represent the beef sausages. So it's Y is equal to B for beef. So now we have to come up with 4 inequalities which represent these conditions. So to come up with the inequalities, we are going to start with the first one. Makwebo prepares 2 types of sausages, Hungarian and beef for daily for sale. She prepares at least 40 Hungarian. So we pause there. She prepares at least 40 Hungarian. And remember, we are saying Hungarian is represented by the term X. So we are going to say X. Okay, X. Yeah, this it means greater or equal to. It means greater or equal to 40. So write 40 here. Okay, so that's the first inequality for us. She prepares at least 40 Hungarian and at least 10 beef sausages. So inequality number 2, beef we know is represented by letter Y. So we are going to write Y is greater or equal to 10, because we are saying at least 10 beef sausages. So meaning Y should be greater or equal to 10. Then we move on to the third one, the third inequality. Okay, so the third inequality, we are getting it from here, where they are saying she prepares not more than 160 sausages altogether. So they shouldn't be more than. It has all the sausages together. They shouldn't be more than 160. So meaning you add the two sausages. We have Angana, which is represented by x, plus 4 beef. So x plus y should not be more than, meaning less or equal to. So it will be less or equal to 160. Okay, so we have 3. Then again the question continues, meaning we are going to come up with another inequality, the fourth one. I said the number of beef sausages prepared are not more than. So they are not more than the number of Hungarian sausages. In short, the beef shouldn't exceed the number of Hungarian, meaning the Hungarian should be less or equal to, because they shouldn't be more than Hungarian. So remember, the beef is y. So y is less or equal to x. Okay, so these are the 4 inequalities we have come up with. When you look at question A, we're taught to find the 4 inequalities. These are the 4 inequalities that I can derive out from this question. Okay, now let's answer question B, which is saying using a scale of 2 cm to represent 20 sausages on both axes, draw the x and y axis. So the question is telling us that it should be from 0 to 160 for both axes. So as you can see here, I have drawn the graph. We have been under y, we have indicated 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. Even the y, the same. 2 cm to represent 20. So now, the first inequality, we start with this one. X is greater or equal to 140. You go in the x-axis, where x is equal to 40, which is here. Then you draw a straight line. Like that. Okay. Now, since it's saying x is greater or equal to 140, here what they are looking for is the unwanted region. They don't want the wanted, but the unwanted. Instead of shading the greater part of x, we shade the less part of x. So you can see the greater part is to the right side and the less part is to the left. So instead of shading the right side, you shade the left side, which is less. So you shade something like this. You do like this. This is how you shade. Okay. So this is how you shade. Okay, now we have shaded the first inequality. That is 1 mark for you if you do that. Then the next one saying y is greater or equal to 10. You go in the y-axis where y is equal to 10. So since the 2 cm is 20, so meaning the 10 will be after you count those 5 small boxes. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to be somewhere here in the middle. Okay, let me lap this one. Okay, so you have to draw a straight line under y. So this is where our 10 will be. So now under y, as you go up, y is greater. As you come down, y is less. Instead of shading the greater part, which is the upper part, you shade the down like that. You shade, okay, something like that. Okay, you shade. So if you are using a graph and a pencil, you can shade clearly. You can even use a ruler, so you can come up with something better even than this. Okay, so that's the second one. We have shown the y is greater or equal to 10. That's another one mark for you. And then the third inequality, which is this one, is saying x plus y is less or equal to 160. So this one, the way you shade it is 160 to 160 from the y-axis to the x-axis. So the straight line should be like, it should pass like that diagonally. Should be a diagonal line. Don't mind my line, I'm following the vertices. Okay, up to 160 like that. So if you use a ruler, it will come straight like this. Then instead of shading the less part, which is downward, as you come down, you shade the up, the unwanted, like that. You shade. So the upper part which I'm shading is where x plus y is greater. So we are told to shade the less, so I won't shade the less, I'll shade the upper, which is greater. Now the final one which we have, it is y is less or equal to x. So when you have an inequality like this one, it means it has to come from 0, then you do a diagonal line. So you start from 0 here, then you draw a diagonal line. So this is y is less or equal to x. Okay, something like that. Okay, so make sure that you pass, the line should pass through the vertices like this here. You have to pass somewhere there in the vertices there. Okay, now the shading. So the upper part, this line, that's where y is greater, and down in the x-axis, y is less. So instead of shading the down part, you shade the upper part where y is greater, because they told us to where y is less, so we won't shade that part because we are supposed to shade the unwanted. In short, you do the opposite of what you are told to do. So okay, I think just like that. So this is now the unshaded region. You can label it with a capital letter R. So this is how you show the inequalities on a graph of paper. So far you have 8 marks for coming up with the inequalities shading. So remaining with the last 2 questions which we are going to solve. So if you do everything correctly, it has to look like this one. Now looking at the next question, is saying the profit on the sale of each Hungarian sausage is 3 kwacha, and on each beef sausage is 2 kwacha. How many of each type of sausages are required to make maximum profit? So to answer this question, you can see here, it is done for you. Question C is here. Now, how did they come up with this? You have to get the coordinates on the 4 corners of the unshaded region. So we have the first one, this one. So you can see this one is 40,10, which is there. If you check here, which is here, 40,10. Then we have another point here, which is 40,40, which is this one. Okay, we have another one here. You just get where on the four corners of the unshaded region. So this one is 8,80, which is that one. And here we have 150,10, which is here. So now the x here, you have to make the expression, since after selling each Hungarian sausage, a profit is 3/4. So 30 times the x, the number of Hungarian sausages, plus the 2/4 for beef times y, the number of beef sausages. You'll come up with an expression like this one. Okay, so now where there is x, you replace with the value of x using the coordinates, and where there is y, you replace with the y. Then you do the calculations. You will come up with these profits. These. Now check the one with the highest amount. So if you check here, you see it is 470 kwacha. So now to make this 470 kwacha, how many Hungarian and how many beef sausages were bought? So we come back to the coordinates which we picked. We have 150 Hungarian and 10 beef. So therefore the answer for C is C. He needs to buy 150 Hungarian. Yeah, he needs to 150 Hungarian and 10 beef sausages. Then the next question, it is done for you. If you do this process, it means D will be easier for you, because the next question is saying calculate this maximum profit. So the maximum profit, you can see there, it is 410. So this is how you answer linear in paper 2 type of question. You can try to solve some more from different past papers, or you can drop a comment if you have a question or anything. Thank you. Thank you very much for your attention, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel to get more lessons like this, and to at least to encourage me to do more of this kind of videos. So make sure you subscribe so that each time I release a new video, you are able to come and watch it and learn. So thank you very much. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.